Hello, everybody. Hi, how are you? I am doing good. Thank you for asking. If you didn't ask, well, you should have. I have decided to do something incredibly, well, not stupid, but different. We are going to open a ton of loot boxes right now. This is Overwatch. There are loot boxes. Basically, they give you cosmetic things if you're not playing Overwatch. Just sort of to give you the update. We are going to open 48 of them. Not 50, 48. So, some of you are saying to yourselves, Heather, why? And the answer is yes. So, we are going to start. Let's go and see what we have. First one, looks pretty tame. We have a victory pose for Hanzo. We can equip that. And then some voice lines that I'm not worried about right now. We have two good victory poses, though. Let's equip those on those characters. Zarya is cool. Hanzo is cool. We are just going to keep on going through these crates. You might say to yourself, Heather, what if you get nothing but Soldier 76 stuff from now on? And I would say to you, shut your face. Because he is my one sticking point with this game. Well, not my one sticking point, but I do have a problem with him, if that wasn't apparent from the how not to play video. He's such a... Here's my thing with him. He's not exciting as a character. Like, other characters are, like, fun and mischievous and sort of make you feel a nice sense of adventure. He doesn't do any of that. He makes you feel like... He's like Cable if Cable voted for Trump, basically, and that's not really fun. So let's keep on going. So we will open others. No, Soldier 76 is just like, I have no problem with a gateway character in a game that makes things really accessible and easy to play. I think that's great. In fact, I think a game like Overwatch probably needs that because some of the gameplay for other characters, for instance, Lucio right here, is really kind of esoteric. Like, Lucio doesn't attack a lot, and people used to playing shooters might say, hey, I want to shoot guns at the bad guys, but you're not really doing that as Lucio. You're hiding. You're mostly hiding and making sure that your team has health and maybe blowing people off the point with your crazy, like, dubstep gun. You don't really do a lot of damage, and so Soldier 76 is great for people who are migrating from other games into this game. In fact, he's a really effective character. I have, did I just get two of the same? I think I got the same spray in a thing. My gosh, that's interesting. I'm not saying that Soldier 76 isn't effective, I'm just saying that the character is boring. There are certain things about this game that work and that don't. He's one of the things that decidedly does not work. Let's equip this victory pose for Reaper, why not? And see, that's another thing too. Look at a character like Reaper. Like, look at this edgelordy motherfucker. It's so great. One thing about Overwatch that I enjoy greatly, with the exception of Soldier 76, is that I think all the other characters, their aesthetics work. They have a certain feeling to them, a certain direct and important feeling. Or just at least relatable or exciting. So, for instance, here is Reinhardt. Reinhardt is massive. He is big and burly and larger than life. And that's fun, but his design also reflects that. His design is basically like a WoW paladin, like a World of Warcraft paladin that's gone, like, completely bonkers into, like, cybertech or something. Like, he calls to mind Blizzard's past titles. So does Widowmaker. Widowmaker is a bit more of a problem in the sense that, look at this pose for Reinhardt. Let's give him that. She's a bit of a problem in the sense that some of her sexualization, like, not even some, just the fact that there's sexualization there is kind of uncomfortable. But visually, she calls to mind characters like Nova the Ghost from StarCraft, or even Sarah Kerrigan, right? So, like, because I mean, like, here, look at this. Like, it's a bold character design. I think it's a bold and exciting character design. And also, she has a noticeable silhouette when she's on the battlefield, which is always useful in games like these. But I mean, there's no denying, like, I don't know if you need that low-cut opening, right? Exposed back, all that stuff. There's sexualization going on there, and that's uncomfortable, but The rest of her character design is pointing towards references or ideas that kind of mark her as like interesting insofar as you want to understand like who this character is. Reinhardt is burly and stupid, but kind of fun, like a crazy WoW paladin. Widowmaker is like a StarCraft character put into a shooter, and there's something fun about that. There's also something a bit ridiculous about her. There's a little bit of fun being played with the whole idea of what a femme fatale is, which is great because this game has a broad variety of women and women, like different body types and things like that, that really helps make things feel diverse in terms of what they're doing with the presentation of women in this game. You have characters like Tracer, who are kind of small and plucky normal heroes. You have characters like Zarya, who are like big and burly, and it's great. Our first legendary of the day, by the way, is Currency. How much? 500. Exciting. We will probably use that to buy stuff. This is a skin for Reaper. Blood. Not bad. I'm rambling, but the point is that a great thing about Overwatch is that the diverse character designs really draw you into the world, with the exception of Soldier 76. It doesn't always work without avoiding some unfortunate matters. There's some issues in terms of, Widowmaker's sexualization. There's something to be said about how this game approaches diversity. It's wonderful to have characters from all around the globe and of different colors and nationalities and gender and sort of even like job backgrounds and stuff like that. There's a very diverse presentation of people, and the message is all these people can be heroes, right? Which is awesome. It's super great. Oh, we got a highlight intro, but we'll keep it in mind. Oh, yeah, we are equipping that. That's for sure. If we ever get a Pharah highlight, we want to impress people. So I will take it as a granted that this game does okay in terms of providing a kind of colorful, multicultural world. One of the problems, and this is a problem that I've discussed before, if you find, maybe I'll put in a little link, if you find the video that I did on Skies of Arcadia when I got to, I think it was Maramba, which was sort of like a Middle Eastern city. And we have a problem insofar as, also look at this Symmetra skin, we'll equip that. We have a problem insofar as that in order to have this bright, colorful, cartoony world, the game has to paint with broad strokes. Now, that gives it an energy that's really infectious, but at the same time, I'm talking a lot over some of these. Mostly I want to stop and see if we get legendaries. At the same time, that broadness means that some of the cultural depictions are really reductive. Widowmaker, not quite, her French accent is overdone, and Zarya's, I'm not gonna even try a Russian accent because I would offend even the worst. With my, even saying it was a bad one, I would offend. But her voice is like crazy affectated, and so are other people's. Reinhardt, this big burly German. Mercy, sort of the same deal. Not big and burly German, but sort of, there's the thing where she is very I don't know, where is she from? She might be from Sweden, right? Or something like that. But she's very affected too. And it's not necessarily reflected in the character design all the time, except for, say, the insane amount of Western exoticism that's found in... Oop! Went back. The insane amount of Western exoticism of Eastern features that you have with Genji and Hanzo. And you have some playfulness with maybe, say, Zenyatta. Oh, I found out that you can just open like this. Isn't this great? That's so much better than what I've been doing. Some of you were probably screaming about it the entire time. We're getting a lot of repeats and a lot of skins. The point is that there's a bunch of characters who are really great visually. Mercy, for instance, an amazing character visually, right? Speaks to exactly who she is and what she represents, this sort of force of good, this healing presence, this supporting presence, but then that is not completely undercut, but sort of lessened by the fact that the game, like, just multiculturally is so broad. It's like a cartoon, and the problem with cartoons is that cartoons aren't really that sophisticated, and it's not like Overwatch wants to say a lot of things or anything like that, but I think that it can say things even without meaning to. And so it has good messages about teamwork, about the nature of being a hero. Who can be a hero? Everyone can be a hero. That's a great message to have. But it also says some weird things about sort of, like, hey, this person is defined heavily by their national background, by their ethnic background, but not in a way that is, say, really nuanced. It's more just like, let's even say it this way, these people are defined by their stereotypes, right? Everybody's defined by their nationality or their sexuality or other things. Not fully defined, but it is an unescapable facticity of who they are. It affects who you are. It affects what you think. It affects the things that you're exposed to. It affects the things that you value. But you are not the stereotype about you either. We've gotten this one a lot, so I have gotten some Soldier 76 bullcrap. You're also not just, a reductive sort of ambassador of your nation or your people or whatever, right? You are a unique individual, and so this game, characters can be really unique feeling. Also, I'm equipping this right away for Tracer. Tracer is my favorite character. This is amazing. So that is our third legendary. So Symmetra skin, some coins, and then this, which is really great. What I'm saying is that this game, I'm rambling, you are not just a collection of all the stereotypes of the things that you have been exposed to or the places that you are from. You are very diverse and special and unique, but this game sort of goes a very reductive route of like, okay, well, Diva's Korean and, Korean gaming scene is big, therefore let's make her like a Korean gamer. There's some cool stuff with Diva. First and foremost, the idea that she streams live combat and people watch it, there's something interesting there. But at the same time, that character design and that character concept plays into certain stereotypes. It's not terrible in terms of, I don't think it is the most harmful thing that has occurred in games, right? There are far worse things. Far Cry 3 says hello. But this game is very simple. It's very juvenile. And with that juvenile attitude comes a moral, black and white sort of notion of the world, which is romantic in the sense that, there are heroes and good guys and, villains and, the good guys will save the day. There's something infectious there. But there's also a reductive, juvenile sense of, hey, the world is X, Y, and Z things, and we want to highlight these things. It's a little imperfect. That's a really strange rant on Overwatch, and I hope it made sense. We are getting to our last loot crate. What are we doing? Any legendaries? No, but an uncommon thingy. What do we have? Something for Winston. Ooh. That was pretty good. I like it. So we opened a ton of boxes. We rambled about Overwatch. I don't even know if I'll post this. It's weird. You can hear by the way, that humming sound, that's my computer going crazy. I'm sorry about that. I'm doing this sort of last minute notice. I have been really busy. I released a book. And that's cool. And there's other professional things going on. So I don't have time to sit down and like edit together a major video, but I can do silly little things like this. So I hope you got something out of my crazy Overwatch thoughts. It's a great game. It's a game about heroes. It's a game about being larger than life. But it's a game that's also sort of reliant on stereotypes and a couple other things, and it's imperfect. And that's without even getting into the gameplay, right? So, that was that. I will probably post another How Not To video very soon. I'm going to look over this and see how it is. If you've made it to the end of this, holy crap, you're amazing. I love you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!